Mexico is known to have some of the most delicious food in the world. Oh, that's nice, really good. We're in San José del Cabo in Baja, Mexico. And in today's video, we're gonna go and see what food we can buy for under 200 pesos. So we're starting today's tour of the city right in the main square, in the heart of the city. Look how beautiful is that church. But I think the best place to start today would be trying to find somewhere to go for some local breakfast. So we've come just off the main square here and we've seen Cafe Calafia. And this little seating area here out on the street looks absolutely amazing. Do you do traditional Mexican breakfast?
Yes, senor.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, we have a chilaquiles. This is the most traditional plate here in Mexico for breakfast for us.
Chili.
Chilaquiles.
And what is it?
Yeah, it's a fried tortilla.
See?
Yeah, okay. Mostly the people, they take when you have hangover, gotta say.
Oh.
Last time, yeah.
Okay.
So you make it spicy.
Nice.
The spicy really good.
Okay.
We can add eggs.
Tu nombre es?
Antonio.
Antonio. Thank you, Antonio. Mexican food is so famous back home. The old El Paso brands and the stuff that we make back home. We really want to get down and dirty with the real Mexican food here. One thing we have noticed is that the cheese in Mexico is really good.
Yeah, how is Mexican cheese not famous?
Okay, now I'm happy. Oh my goodness, look at the size of that for breakfast. I think that's, this is breakfast and lunch.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh my goodness. I was supposed to be eating all day today.
Wow.
Wow.
This is just chilaquiles.
Amazing.
Chilaquiles, huevos, and frijoles. Very
And this is spicy sauce.
Spicy sauce, yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
This is amazing.
Oh, wow. Thank
it
you.
looks amazing, guys.
Viva Mexico.
Yay!
Yay! So this looks absolutely amazing. Chilaquiles. We got some nice beans here, lots of different sauce. I think that's like a chili sauce, avocado, some sort of sour cream looking stuff. Look, tortillas, cheese, a nice egg there. What a perfect breakfast dish. Let's just try these beans. I love these Mexican beans. Marianne actually hates beans, but I love beans. Tortillas with the cheese. Crunchy tortillas, a really rich, slightly sharp sauce. It just goes so well. And then a nice runny egg. Okay, I'm a happy man. And then I'm just gonna try this hot sauce. This might be a bit brave. It's hot, but it's not like crazy hot.
I've got scrambled egg and vegetable mix in like a burrito style. It's exactly what it says on the tin, but the vegetables are like fried or roasted off, so that all the flavors have been released into the egg, and it's quite herby and it's just delicious.
You got little garnished cherry tomatoes.
Well, they say that Mexican food generally has the green, the white and the red of the flag, and so far we've seen it in all the dishes.
And one of the things I'm really loving in Mexico is the avocados. We've been making so much guacamole and stuff on the road, and they are just perfect over here. You can tell I didn't like it.
Oh.
I left so much. Muchas gracias. What is it?
A very traditional, we call arepa.
Arepa.
Arepa, the flavor is only in this in Baja.
Oh, the
Oh,
pueblo
arepa.
means of the village.
Yeah.
The village.
The special bakery here.
Oh.
Okay. And what's inside?
It's caramel. We call piloncillo. This flavor is
Caramel.
caramel piloncillo. Piloncillo.
He said the word caramel. That is like.
Oh, muchas gracias.
Oh, that's wonderful. I don't know how much I can eat because I've just had.
Today is a food day.
Yeah.
There's a food now.
Bonjour.
I should have worn more elasticated trousers.
Okay, Marianne.
Okay, Marianne.
Come on, Marianne. Let's eat this.
Oh, it's very biscuity.
Yeah.
Mmm.
It's very soft.
Mmm. It's a little bit like shortbread, but like darker and richer and sweet, but not overly sweet.
Mmm. It's good.
Only here in Baja.
Only in Baja.
Only here in Baja.
So we're just heading back towards the square, and at the entrance to this restaurant, look at this huge statue here. And just to put it into perspective, look how tall that is.
There are some really iconic things here in Mexico, and it's like these little flags everywhere, the bright colors, the murals. It's just such a colorful and vibrant place to be.
I just love these, the buildings here give a real feel of like being back in Central America, don't they?
That was one of our favorite series. We did 5 months backpacking around Central America, and it was just phenomenal.
Well, I didn't expect to see a Turkish shop here in Baja, but this definitely looks Turkish. Oh my goodness, look at these lights.
Merhaba.
Merhaba.
Nasılsınız?
İyiyim, teşekkür ederim.
Ah, we found a Turkish man here in Baja.
Merhaba.
Amazing.
Merhaba.
Merhaba. The guy is actually from Didim in Turkey, and it was so funny because we just went in. He offered us chai and everything, and it's such a fabulous, fabulous place.
I think when you spend...
Look at the soldiers. They got like proper army soldiers here. How cool. Look at the size of the Mexican flag there. That's wonderful.
There's something mesmerizing watching a flag in the wind, isn't there?
So when we were chatting to Antonio in the restaurant, he said that this square comes alive with food stands and stuff after 5 p.m. in the evening. So we're definitely going to come back and check that out. So like most of Mexico and Central America, the big squares are always overlooked by a wonderful looking church. And here in San Jose is no different. There is the main church here looking over the square. And the San Jose del Cabo sign for that wonderful selfie. So just went past this place. It looks like they sell some kind of cool ice cream or something, so we're going to go and check it out. What have they got, baby?
I'm not really sure. I think these are homemade ice creams.
Oh yeah. I love these experiences because we have absolutely no idea what we're about to get.
This is when we find out how bad Marianne's Spanish is. Por favor, el sabor no entiendo. Fresa, ciruela, arroz, coco, fresa con
Coco,
crema.
let's try.
Okay.
Coco, that's coconut.
Ah, sí.
Coconut.
Una coco y una fresco con crema, por favor.
We got coconut flavored and
Cream with strawberries, and look at the pole. Look at the stick that they're on.
oh, what is it?
That's so cool. It's just a piece
A
of
little
wood.
wooden stick. I know it's in the middle of the winter back home in the UK, but it's very hot here, and so I thought an ice cream would be a good way to carry on the day of eating homemade coconut ice cream. It's a concentrated middle of a bounty without the chocolate on the outside. That is delicious.
It's strawberry, even though it's the white bit. Tastes a bit like concentrated carnation milk or like creamy stuff.
Oh, really? Condensed milk? Oh my goodness. So after that delicious ice cream, we're gonna go and carry on wandering and see what we find. But it's just, I've said it already, it's just colourful. It's just got a really nice feel and everybody is super, super friendly. Every side street you turn down here in the art district has more wonderful restaurants. This one here looks absolutely amazing. The flags flapping in the blue skies. Isn't this wonderful?
The colours and the sunshine and the blue skies makes it feel like a perfect location.
And it's not just Mexican food that you can find walking around. There's an Italian restaurant over there. Think of Mexican drinks and you probably think of tequila. Well, we were walking along and we just saw this place, Tequila Town, and
Yeah, baby.
they do tequila tastings, and there is more types of tequila in this shop than I have ever seen in my life.
The brands, it's like a 300 around brands. 300.
Wow.
Maybe like a 1,000 to 100 bottles here.
And is it possible to try one?
See, you can try as much as you want.
As much as you want.
As you can.
It's only lunchtime, so I don't think we're going to do a lot of shots of tequila, otherwise the video will finish there.
You need to know that all the tequilas just belongs to the blue agave. The blue agave, it has to be planted 8 years and then harvested. All the tequilas is blue agave, mezcal is a different type of agave.
Okay, so we're trying two of the local spirits here. We got the tequila and the mezcale, which is stronger. So this is the tequila 38%. Mezcale.
Well, that's a bit heavier, a bit stronger.
It's strong?
That hit the back of my throat, came out my nose.
The guy in the shop has recommended a very local place to go and try and find some tacos or some local food for lunch.
Thank you, Danielle.
So that's where we're heading now, slightly away from the touristy streets. This is the place that they recommended. Oh, I can smell it already. Look at that. Oh, it's like the kebab. Wow, this place looks great. Hola.
Well, within minutes of sitting down, we have had this tray put in front of us.
Guacamole, salsa. I'm not sure what this sauce is. I have no idea what that is.
It looks spicy. You're the taste test.
Oh, flipping heck, that's hot.
What about this one?
That's really hot.
Try that one.
That's really hot too. Okay, so I've got a pork taco, which is like the Turkish kebab that you see being carved at the front of the store is the pork. And it's got carved pork, a nice sauce, some herbs on a flour tortilla with pineapple. There's a strip of pineapple there, I think that is.
I suppose we have pork and apple.
So they have pork and pineapple. Oh my goodness, that is so good. You can taste the smokiness from the barbecue. A really rich sauce. They're really good. Okay, so we've also ordered a chorreada, which is like a hard tortilla with like minced beef, and this one we got some prawns on it as well. And you can dress it with guacamole and salsa. And Marianne's got a
Taco mancho.
which is like a beef taco, and it looks like it's on a big green pepper.
It is.
Maybe
With
that's
cheese.
spicy.
With cheese.
With melted cheese, wow. I don't think you're gonna be able to fold that.
I cannot get enough guacamole into my mouth right now.
Oh my goodness.
That is the best. So tasty, smoky, rich and flavoursome. What is that? Tomatoes here taste like tomatoes. Does anyone else say that? You know how tomatoes don't taste like tomatoes? Here they do.
It's funny actually, back home I don't eat tomatoes, but here I will eat the salsa. It tastes really good. It's very crunchy on the bottom. I think I've got more food in my beard than I did in my mouth, but this is so good. Even the bread's got that smoky flavour because they've toasted it on the grill, and it's gone hard but it's still soft in the middle. Good call. And fits into our budget. So we just found this this restaurant's amazing. They got upstairs seating, lots of colour. They do mojitos, and they've got all these little art shops here. And I think we might have to come back from one mojito for Marianne tonight.
Let's do it.
Hola! Wow! Look at this for a seating area up here at the top of this restaurant. This is fantastic! With an aerial view over the city here. Amazing. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so it's evening time and we haven't had a margarita yet, and we've just spotted it's happy hour at this bar, so we thought we'd try a margarita. Cheers!
Cheers! My first ever margarita ever. How have I got to 55 and I've never had a margarita?
Oh, looking at the amount of that went in there, you're going to be dancing.
Yeah, might be my last.
We're now going to head down to the square, and it's early evening, and see whether there's any food stalls open yet.
It's got a really cool, relaxed vibe here.
All the young guys are doing like their skateboarding and stuff, and people are just hanging out on the evening.
Hola!
Hola!
Oh, we love you too!
See, everybody's so friendly. This is when it really comes to life now, in the evening. I got some art stands and everybody's coming out early evening.
Yeah, they do a art gallery expedition on the streets every Thursday night.
Expedition.
Did I say expedition?
You did. The margarita.
The Margarita Strikes exhibition, and then on Saturdays they do a farmer's market.
Okay, so one thing we haven't tried here in Mexico is tamales. And tamales Dona Nina is one of the ones that everybody said was really super good.
La salsa al rojo picante? No. No. Okay. Tamales con pollo? Well, the salsa verde and the red sauce and the green sauce are not spicy. So I've ordered chicken in salsa verde.
Gracias.
And it's 35 pesos.
So tamales is actually like it's like a dough with filling, and it looks absolutely delicious. This is the first time I've ever had tamales.
It looks really dry. Is it really dry?
It's quite dry. I think you can get different sauces. There is actually a slight heat in that. I'm not sure whether Marianne will be able to eat this. And with this one's got chicken and a bit of spice. But yeah, it's good. It's a good cheap snack, and I'm sure it's very filling. There's another stand here. Gordes de nata.
No, harina.
Harina con...
Como hotcakes, leche, huevo, mantequilla, vainilla.
Oh, okay. So it's got eggs, vanilla,
Oh.
leche, milk. ¿Qué es muy popular?
Nutella. Es.
Gracias.
Nutella.
Yeah, that's the popular one.
It's a Nutella sandwich, love.
Oh wow. With vanilla. It's got vanilla in it. That sounds lovely. Vanilla and chocolate. Oh, it's really light and fluffy. A bit like a bready pancake with Nutella in the middle. I can taste the vanilla in the milk. I can't taste the eggs.
It looks like a giant pancake.
It's a really nice sweet treat.
Oh, that's
Nice,
really
isn't it?
good. That
Really
is
fluffy.
naughty but nice, that is for sure.
How fluffy is that?
It's a really soft, it's like a really soft, thick pancake with Nutella in it. Delicious. Definitely have one of these. So this stand here with the churros has been really popular. The queue has been really big. It looks absolutely amazing. Look at this. It's like a donut
Whoa, look
stick
at that.
that's fried in oil. It looks good.
Churros azucarados. I think that means churros with sugar on the top.
It looks good.
So that will be 60 pesos for 4 pieces.
Okay, we got one each. Oh, they're still hot, covered in sugar, and
I think it's got cinnamon in it. I can
it's
smell
like
cinnamon.
it's like a donut stick. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah.
That is so delicious. That is unbelievably good but bad.
Do you know, that takes me back to when you used to take me down to Brighton Pier and there were fresh donuts at the end. Still hot, just light and fluffy.
There was definitely cinnamon in that.
No, definitely cinnamon.
So look at this, at night, all of the flags all down the middle of the road have all been lit up, and the lights have all come on. And they're actually all skeleton. I can see that they're all skeleton faces now.
see that
I never noticed that this morning. There's lots of bars and people having fun. I think we should go and find a beer now, my sweet. We've just spotted the Baja Brewing Company.
Look at that logo.
Isn't that cool? And you can see all the different beers that they have on here. So I think we should definitely go in and have a beer. So today is actually the next day, because there was no way that yesterday we could eat so much food, and there's still one more place that we want to go to that was recommended to us, called the Hangman, which is apparently the oldest restaurant in town. So it's probably about a 15-20 minute walk from where we are. Even down on the back streets they got all this lovely artwork. Look at that, isn't that amazing? We're there. Hola, hola.
Hola.
El Mesón del Ahorcado.
Ahorcado.
Avocado.
gracias.
The Hangman.
The Hangman. Gracias.
Gracias. And there you go, that is the Hangman.
There's an actual man hanging, just in case you missed it. Oh wow.
Oh my goodness, look at this place.
I can hear music, so we may have to B-roll this and tell you how fabulous it is. I think that's the first time you have been beaten by spice and heat.
The food was absolutely delicious, but so you go in there and they give you a huge selection of like different colored dips and spices
so
and
beautiful.
potatoes and just like loads of stuff. Salsa, guacamole, it was amazing. It looked heavenly. Now I can eat hot food back home. I can eat a hot jalfrezi, a hot madras, even a vindaloo, but I have to say that those dips, they pretty well got me, and I really struggled with them. But then I had 3 tacos, which were lovely. Marianne had like a cheese.
Yeah, it was like melted cheese with some beef on it and mushrooms, and then some flour tortillas to wrap it
Like
in.
a Mexican fondue. Both of the dishes came in at under $10. So there's the thing. So we've managed to explore San Jose del Cabo. We've eaten lots, as you've seen, and we've managed to do it pretty well. I think all of the dishes were under $10. So I reckon that's a high five.
Definitely.
I reckon we did it.